campaign, this PNP, the next PNP government will deliver for this country a citizens contract. Simple laid out objectives as to what the PNP will be doing. Turks and Caicos Islands. I think that's a little bit better. Turks and Caicos Islands. Today, the Progressive National Party, being a progressive party, being the party that deals with the future and not the past, we are here today to chart the way forward for the next 4 years. I want to say to each of you today that we are not just outlining promises. What we are outlining today is policies that are doable, that are achievable, and they are smart goals. I want to also say to this country that over the course of the next 4.5 weeks, we are going to be hearing a lot of what the other side call noise in the market. Well, let me tell you this. This document, this citizens contract, is what the PNP is calling the price of the beef. We are not hesitant. We are not afraid. We are not going to be intimidated by the slanderous campaigning, by the accusations from the other side. Neither are we going to spend time defending lies and misdirections. What the PNP focus will be for the next couple of weeks is showing this country what the way forward, and the citizens contract is exactly what we want to talk about. So I want to welcome all of you here today. I want to say to you that we are pleased, we are proud that we are not only just presenting to you what our vision is for the future, but I can safely say to this country that this year is definitely a sign of a victory. And I think I should get an amen on that. At this time, I want to invite the Deputy Leader of the Progressive National Party, who will now come and bring remarks. Please put your hands together for Mr. Saunders.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Turks and Caicos and everyone who's listening in. It gives me great pleasure. As Virginia Slim said in one of the ads, we've come a long way, baby. It's been a long time. This movement started, we started this campaign from, I think, the first day after the swearing in 2016. We never stopped working for the people. I remember when the leader was having regular meetings at his office immediately after everyone was sworn in, because we know that we were going to have to rescue the country. But at that time, I think the focus was taking the country to the next level, bringing the country back and continuing the work from Honorable Dr. Rufus Ewing from the time when they were in government, trying to continue that work, because we knew that this PDM government would have brought the country to a point where we may have had to rescue it. But we didn't imagine that it was going to be to where it is today. It gives me great pleasure to be able to fill in for the leader of the party, Honorable Charles Washington Mizik, who couldn't be here with us today, but he will certainly be back in a few days. Now, as the national campaign manager said, we've been working on this citizens contract. This is what people used to call the manifesto. But this manifesto is designed to be able to be digested much easier than the previous manifestos. We wanted to be clear to the people our goals and objectives for the next 4 years. We wanted to be able to give the people, actually outline our plans and give it to them to show them the objectives that we're going to do, the things that we're going to achieve, not the things that we're going to promise and then come back in 4 years saying, well, you know, we promised this, but we weren't able to deliver it. Everything that we've laid out in this manifesto is deliverable, and we intend to achieve them. Now, the first thing that we know that we have to do, I call it rapid revenue recovery. We've got to take the country back to the point where people are not starving anymore. We've got to take the country back to the point where people are earning an income. This last 9 months, the COVID-19 pandemic has saw Turks and Caicos Islanders fall either at the level of or below the poverty level. This didn't have to happen. The current government was sitting on $200 million, and they've watched people starve and brag about the amount of money that they had. I remember during the last budget, it was April, after the pandemic had started, and they were talking about how if they ran out of money, they could even borrow money. That's the amount of money that they had. I remember one of the members calling it, saying, it's a boss move, it's a boss move. But yet, 9 months later, Turks and Caicos Islanders are starving. The next PNP government under the Honorable Charles Washington Mizik will reverse that. We will take Turks and Caicos back to prosperity. We will take it out of the doldrums that it's in right now and rebuild the Turks and Caicos Islanders. With Turks and Caicos Islanders, first, no person will be left behind. PNP politics is people politics. It's about people. That's the reason why our campaign is continuously focused on the things that we're going to do for the people of the Turks and Caicos. No more are we going to have this politics where we're going to spend the time making excuses and attacking people. Today, you're going to hear about the things we're going to do to bring the Turks and Caicos back. We've always had a country that was beautiful by nature and a country that's number one, and we're going to show the world why we're going to be number one. We're going to turbocharge this economy. We're going to create jobs. We're going to cut the cost of living, and we're going to do it two ways. We're going to bring down the cost, and we're going to increase your household income. We're going to push for Turks and Caicos Islanders to be first in many areas, including the construction sector. We will move from being workers in the hospitality industry to being owners in the hospitality industry. I've said when I was made the deputy leader of the Turks and Caicos, I want to see the next major hotel owned by Turks and Caicos Islanders, and we will make that happen. We will provide quality health care and education. We are tired of hearing people say, I applied for scholarship and the government told me that that's not a requirement. Something like 80% of the jobs that we have today won't be available in the next 20 years. We have to create citizens for the future, not create citizens for the past. We will create a more secure TCI and invest in our future through food production. We will scale up agriculture and fishing. And we will do so by protecting our environment, and because we want to ensure that our country remains beautiful by nature, and we're going to do it by rolling out a mass urban renewal program and massive cleanup. Well, not just cleaning up cans and papers on the street, but we'll be moving all the large items, the electronics and cars and everything. This country will be beautiful by nature again. We will protect our borders. We will not step back and say, well, security doesn't fall under us, it falls under the governor's office. We will work with the governor's office and the Security Council to ensure that we don't have to be worrying about sloops coming in at nighttime. We are going to drive down the out-of-control murder rate. We owe our people that. Our people should be able to sleep comfortably at nighttime. And we will do, our solemn promise to you is that at the end of our term, you will be sleeping comfortably at nighttime. I said before, and I'll wrap it up with this, one of the reasons why I'm happy with this team is because me and the other 14 candidates are a competent team. We will deliver for the people of the Turks and Caicos. And I said it just now, our solemn promise to you is that we are here for you. We come for this work. So I will end by saying thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming out here today. I'm thanking the team now for the hard work they've done over the last 18 months, starting from March 2019 when Honorable Charles Washington Mizik was elected leader of this great party. And we followed it up in June when I was made deputy, and in September 2019 we announced our slate of candidates, and every one of them have been working day and night for getting ready for the people to start working for the people of the Turks and Caicos. We have a very short stretch now. We have a sprint. We're asking you to vote for the PNP candidate in your constituency, and then to vote straight down the line for our 5 at-large candidates. And I would tell you, won't regret it. We're going to bring the Turks and Caicos back. If you can, get your hands on one of these copies, or if you need an electronic copy, download it, go through it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop by our headquarters. We're looking for soldiers, and we look forward to working for you starting from the first day after swearing in this year. And thank you very much, Turks and Caicos. We look forward to working on your behalf. Take care.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Leader. One of the candidates in this upcoming general election has been someone that is not new to politics, to policy, or to hard work. I find it amazing at times when I listen to our counterparts talk about work and what they came for. Well, I just want to jab this little reminder in there. You had the work, you didn't do it, but let me tell you,